Right. Welcome to the Herbalist Lounge May. And our May topic is bugged out. Yes, bugged out. All these critters, 8 legs, 6 legs, and every type of leg, creature, critter that we share the land with. We're going to talk about it tonight. All right. So, if you are new to the Herbalist Lounge, please, we ask that you mute your mic when you are not speaking. This is simply to eliminate background noise. The lounge is recorded and shared on other social media platforms, such as YouTube, just FYI. And please, by all means, this is not a classroom. This is a place where we gather to share information. So, while we do ask you to mute your mic when you're not speaking, please feel free to unmute your mic and speak up and or utilize the chat to chime on in, okay? All right. Are y'all ready to get started with tonight's topic?
Yes.
All right. So your facilitators for this evening are myself, Martina, and then I also have my Spice Sisters with me. My Spice Sisters, hello. Do I have my Spice Sisters with me?
Hey, this is Lanita. I'm here.
Peace, this is Asia.
You see my face in that picture? That's how I'm looking right now, y'all. Okay. I love that photo.
Yeah, see, the pictures are, I'm over here busy with chickens, Lanita over there busy taking pictures of the snakes.
Yeah, we got stories for y'all tonight, y'all. We got all kinds of stories. Lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my. All right.
And we got Sharonda in the chat.
Peace. All right. So before we get started, of course, we want to honor our ancestors, the ones that set the stage for our existence, our green allies, the topic of our many, many beautiful discussions. And we also want to honor our ancestors. Yes, the ones that allow us to continue to do this work. We continue this legacy to share and grow with one another, with our herbal community, our village. So grateful for you all. All right, you guys know how we get down. I have my tea bubbling on the stove right now as we speak, and I can smell it. It's so aromatic. I can't wait to tell you what it is. But before I do, what's your herb name this evening, or what herb is resonating with you right now, and where you repping, where you tuning in from? Let us know in the chat, or feel free to unmute yourself. I'm going to take my computer over to the stove so I can go ahead and get my tea ready for this chat.
All right, I'm sipping on some blueberry wild child, and it is all of that. It has a lot of different types of berries and really aromatic teas. It's a tea blend with hibiscus, pomegranate, rose hips. Um, what else? It's got blueberries, cornflower, and that's it. But it is really good. And I am repping, where am I? I'm in Leesburg, Virginia, y'all. A whole new part of the country for me, and enjoying the nice, cool weather here. It's not cold, it's not too hot, it's just really nice. So, Asia, what you got going on?
All right, come on, Leesburg. All right. So I am repping, or whoever's repping me is mint tonight. So we've been enjoying mint tea, and Lanita, thank you for reminding me of that yesterday. Sometimes it's, I like to make all these mixes and concoctions. So today we flipped, Lanita. So mint, a little bit of honey, some lemon. That's what's working. It is good. It's so refreshing.
All right, then.
Oh yeah, and I'm repping Washington State.
All right, y'all. So I'm sipping on some scissor. No, not really. I'm actually sipping on some cinnamon tea, just straight cinnamon bark. And it smells so good. Cinnamon is calling my name. But since Asia said she has honey in her brew, I'm in my cupboard right now looking for my honey. And I'm like, my children used up all my honey. And that's not funny, but it's okay because I might just be sipping the cinnamon straight. So yeah, I'm having a little bit of cinnamon tea and I'm looking forward to it. And I am repping the peninsula we call Florida. Yes, I am here in the house.
Right, Florida.
Yeah, yeah.
And we have Angelita in the chat. She's sipping on some mint tea and honey too. She said keeping it nice and simple.
Yes, nice.
We keeping it simple tonight, y'all. I see us, except Lanita, the crazy, what is it?
Very wild child.
Blueberry wild child. I was born to be wild.
I love it.
All right. And peace, Kai. Welcome. It's good to see you. I don't see you, but I feel your presence. Peace, Larry. What y'all got going on tonight? Sharonda, what y'all sipping on tonight? Good.
Well, I can't drive and type, so I'm sipping on a women's tonic tea, and I don't know what's going on, but I'm vibing right now.
Hey.
I bought a tea from over at from Nourish Cafe, and so it's just a woman. It's called Women's Tonic. So I know that red raspberry is in there and something else. I can taste a lot of things, but maybe a little lemongrass. I don't know.
Hmm.
But I'm sipping on that. It's my dinner tonight.
Yummy. All right, y'all. Cool, cool. Well, feel free to let us know what you sipping on and where you're repping tonight.
Larry is keeping it simple for real. He's sipping on some water. A nice clean H2O.
That sounds good. No hibiscus tonight, Larry? Okay. I was like just expecting, and I wasn't even gonna wait to hear you chime in. Larry sipping on hibiscus. How do I know? I just know.
I got you. I got your hibiscus tonight for you, Larry.
We got Clarissa just chimed in. Welcome, Clarissa. It's good to have you too. We're over here talking about what we're sipping on. We got all kinds of things going on tonight, from mint to wild child brews over on Lanita's side of things, the simple H2O and some cinnamon infusion. When you get a chance, let us know what you sipping on, Clarissa. And yeah, where you repping?
Okay, hey everybody. I'm Clarissa. I'm in Covington, Georgia, and I'm currently sipping on Vietnamese coffee.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
Yes, but I'm actually gonna chop up some ginger and mix it with some hibiscus and cinnamon and honey for Q. Yeah, put in a mason jar overnight so it'll be nice and ready for tomorrow.
Ooh, lucky Q. That sounds delicious.
Yes. Hope everybody's having a good night. Hi, everybody.
All right, I'm ready. I'm excited. Vibe is right. Everyone's got their brew. All right, so let's talk about it, y'all. Critters. What kind of critters y'all been seeing popping up over on your side? I'm so curious because Lanita, Asia, and I have been having conversations these past couple weeks, and when I tell y'all the critters have been popping up, and they're different critters on different sides, because we represent different coasts and stuff, but yeah, we've seen a lot of things. It's the peak of spring. We're getting closer to summer. So I want to open it up and ask you guys, like, what types of critters and things have you been seeing out and about? Have you noticed anything? So Asia says flies and aphids. Yeah, I feel you on that with that mad face, especially those gnats. Ugh. Love bugs. Ugh. Mosquitoes. Those yellow flies. You guys see I've been having a lot of flies over here too. So yeah, and the aphids, yuck. Okay. Clarissa says ladybugs. Now that's a good one. Ooh, spiders. Depending on what type of, those are usually pretty good, but not that big wolf spider that popped up in my classroom today. Whew.
All right, Clarissa, I'm with you on the ants, but you got black ants. I got some fire ants. And I just got annoying mountains of ants. They can't be just a little trail. They got to be a mountain of
Yeah.
them. Who is that? Kai got fat bees. Not the little skinny one, but the fat bees.
Just some fat bees.
Maybe they can pollinate more, make some more honey because they got more area to load up with.
Oh my goodness. You know, it's been a minute since I've seen black ants. I'm always seeing these fire ants lately. I miss the good old black ants. Whatever happened to them over here? You know what I'm saying?
The
Like,
kind that's nice enough not to bite you.
right? The good old sugar ants. That's all they did was just eat a
Yeah.
little bit of sugar. It wasn't bothering anybody. They would pop up over by the sink, over by the window and stuff. But nope, not the fire ants. I like to bite you up and give you blisters. So we're gonna
Yes,
have
it
to
is.
talk about herbal remedies to help out with some of these bites, not just for the plants, but for us and how to prevent them.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So a lot of different things. Now, how do we want to take this, y'all? Because we talked about a lot of different critters. We talked about some good, bad, and the ugly.
Mm-hmm.
The ugly is definitely a love bug. We're gonna put love bugs in the ugly category. But let's talk
Do
about
love bugs eat plants?
love bugs.
Or they
To be
just
honest with
annoying?
you, they're just annoying. They're just annoying. And yeah.
So we have two in that category because I think gnats are the same thing. They're just annoying. They're not eating up the plants, but they're definitely annoying.
And when they get bad, they can get really bad. So what are some of our favorite ways to get rid of gnats? Like I know we have like that nasty tape, which I can't stand. It just looks disgusting. I'm like, ugh, turns me off. But hey, if it works, it works, depending on where it's at. A little bit of maybe vinegar in the, you know how sometimes you can put like vinegar in jars or peroxide and stuff. Sometimes that'll get because they're attracted to water. But
Mm-hmm.
what about when we're out and about and they're just like flying all in your face? What are we doing for these flies as far as protection for us?
Well, peppermint essential oil and some water or some astringent stuff, witch hazel. That's always a good one. You can just spray that right around you and that'll keep them off of you.
Mm-hmm. Can't go
Yeah,
essential oils.
it makes you invisible. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday I was talking about the lemon essential oil because that's all I had in my car before we went
Mm-hmm.
out hiking. So, I dropped that all around us. And the only thing that was attracted to it were the bees. So we had like a bee tour guide through the forest, which was pretty cool. It was like a caravan of bees just chilling with us. But, they weren't stinging or anything. They were just,
Mm-hmm.
beside us and checking us out. So everything else stayed away.
Oh, okay. So Angelita is adding that love bugs actually help to decompose dead plants and turn them into plant food, as well as food for the birds and armadillos. Well, I don't know if I want to feed the birds and armadillos because they detrimental to my garden. But decomposing plants is a good thing.
Mm-hmm. Decomposing the paint on my car too. But anyways. Oh my gosh. Peace and welcome to all the people tuning in. We got a couple more people tuning in. We're just talking about these different critters that are popping up, different critters that are popping up in our areas. If you check out the chat, you can see there's all kinds of critters popping up in different areas and just some of the things we can do to protect ourselves from them. So, and of course, collaborate with them because they're not all bad. A lot of them are great. They have a purpose, they serve a purpose, even apparently love bugs.
Now, somebody was talking about flies, and I know, the first thing they'll tell you with flies is make sure you don't have anything like food or attractive around. But has anybody tried the little vibration thing? It's the thing you plug in and it makes a noise. It doesn't bother us, but it's supposed to um, upset flies and mosquitoes. Anybody try that?
Lanita, it don't work. It's trash.
It don't
Trash,
work.
trash,
Okay.
trash.
Okay.
You'd be better off getting that the one that start with an A that you plug up in the wall and there's like a little light.
Yeah.
And it's like a little night light, and it's got a little sticky thing on the back end. So you'd be better off getting that, or if it's flies, it's mostly like we got fruit flies, so it's more like I walk around with a electric fly swatter, just have fun, play football. I mean baseball, or we
He zaps them all day.
I love to hear that sound. I ain't mad at him.
or you take a little thing of vinegar or wine and put it in the window, and they'll flock to like old wine or vinegar, and they'll drown themselves.
Awesome. Little vinegar and some wine. I love it.
Poor little bugs.
Down to a science. I love it. Just straight up, it's trash.
I love how Q just chimed on in too. They don't work, but what does work? Oh my gosh. Taro bait trap stakes work great on all ants. Okay. Cool. And there's something else that I learned about ants too. I haven't tried this myself, but what works for ants as well? Grits?
Mm-hmm. That's right, because them grits, you put down the grits and the ants eat them. The grains are small enough for them to take them off, tear them off, eat them. And they're like rice for birds. When they eat it, it goes in their belly, it swells up, boom, dead. So it really is very effective. I've been using grits for, to get rid of some mounds that are close to the house. And it's been very effective lately. So I swear by them grits. And you can get the cheap kind. They got to be good ones.
Yeah. See, and I've taken for ants in the house, I've taken like flour, mixed it with some essential oils, or I have like those menthol crystals, and I'll mix that all up, and like wipe down the counter with vinegar and water first, to get rid of their pheromone trails, and then like lay down that vinegar, not the vinegar, lay down that flour mix too. So that's also helped me.
Oh no, we got a black ant that bites. Clarissa got some Asian black ants, and they have venom.
Yes,
you said it.
They bite. Yes.
No, they're venomous. They have venom. That's why it hurts so bad when they bite you. They hurt for hours.
Yeah, I got bit one morning. It was really early in the morning. I was headed to an appointment. It was probably like 6 o'clock in the morning, and I was the only one. I got into the vehicle in the driver's seat. I thought I left the tag in my clothes because I had on brand new pants, and I immediately leaped out of the driver's seat because it felt like 2 needles stuck me in my back, and I said, "Oh, it must be the tag." And then it got worse. It's like it kept doing it over and over again. I had to jump out of the car. And my back was swollen, and I had bite marks all over the back of my back. I had to run back in the house and cancel my appointment. I couldn't even leave.
You can't miss them. They're a really fat black ant with a big old head. Like I said,
like big old pinchers. Ouch.
No, and they're only. You can look it up. They are venomous. Like if you get bit by too many of them, they kill you.
That's wild.
Where they came
they're
from.
invasive.
Like, they're invasive, right? We got more and more of these invasives coming in. I feel like this is going to keep on coming. So here we go. We're going to have to learn about them. Welcome to the Herbalist Lounge, where we talk about these new invasives and what to do. Thank you, Clarissa and Q. Woo.
You're welcome.
They sound like fire ants just on crack. But for the regular fire ants in Texas, those bites really sting, and they swell up even worse the second day. The first day they're just red, and then they swell up. They get bigger on the next day.
But imagine that times 10.
Oh,
so Clarissa, what did you do for it? I mean,
what'd you put on it?
What we put on that? Alcohol.
Yeah, he didn't rub my back down.
I was
alcohol.
I work on cars, right? So I was under my carport working on a car, and I felt it bite me, and I told Clarissa, something biting me. So we was looking for it. It swole my whole shoulder for like 3 or 4 days. Like, and we're not talking about waiting 3 or 4 hours. We talking about within 10 minutes, my whole shoulder and neck was swollen. or they're serious. Like I'll get bit by a fire ant anytime.
Mm.
So if you see a fat black ant with a fat head, kill him. He must die.
Mm.
Look, I got y'all on his scared. I'm sorry.
So just curious, I mean, I understand y'all were saying that, you know, these are venomous and the sting really swells up, but have y'all tried putting the baking soda paste on that to see if it would take it down?
We haven't.
I'll do that if I ever get bit again.
Oh, you're going to get bit again.
That's
Yeah,
messed up.
baking soda paste will really keep those from swelling up. Well, I should say fire ant bites. It keeps them from swelling up. But I don't know. This bug y'all talking about sound like it's got a little bit of chupacabra in it.
Yeah, take some Benadryl.
Yeah, I did take Benadryl because my back was swelling up real bad.
Wow.
With big bite marks. Mm-hmm.
That's wild. Yeah, we're gonna have to figure that out. How to keep them things away.
Keep them in Georgia.
Look, they're gonna have a World Cup and everything in Georgia here pretty soon. So everybody's gonna come and they're gonna spread them even more.
Boy, oh boy.
All right. Yezi got a new bug in Texas now. Like we needed more bugs. She got some brown bugs that look like gnats, but then when you get close, they look like beetles. They're little black dots. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. I think I know those. I think I've seen those around here too. Little
Is that a kind of
beetles.
mite?
They fly.
Oh.
No, they're beetles. They're very,
really
very,
is.
very small.
Okay.
They like to go all this. It's like, you know, in the flower, but I've noticed them probably about 6 years ago.
Wow.
And I'm not sure where they came from, but it was the first time I started seeing those little teeny. They don't know.
Do they eat plants or people or what?
I hope they don't eat people because I had them, but I'm gonna wake up one day. Help. I haven't noticed them and as far as issues in the garden or with houseplants, but they're a nuisance. They are a nuisance where they're just like everywhere and they're really, really small. They're more so issue like you know in the flower and stuff. But I know what you're talking about, Yazy. Yep. And welcome Sanjay to the Herbalist Lounge. Welcome everyone that's still chiming in, talking about all kinds of invasive bugs and species that are popping up. I know y'all probably got some invasive stuff going on in your area, but got miniature small beetles, crack ants with venomous bites, all kinds of stuff going on. I'm over here just looking at ladybugs and predatory wasp, you know, and you got some snakes over in your environment, right? But
yeah, we got plenty of snakes. Yep.
Yeah.
But the ladybugs are beneficial to our plants, though. So they're eating the aphids out of the garden for us. So we don't want to kill them, the little cute ones.
they are very cute.
Yeah.
Even the wasps.
Too, like as people continue to travel and, you know, because we have all this social media that's showing different parts of the world and people are traveling to go see those things too. We're going to continue to see, you know, invasive species, whether they are
because they're bringing back stuff on them.
Yeah, plants, critters, humans, all of the above. But then that means that, you know, like our generations to come, you know, they'll be dealing with, I would imagine, you know, different, smaller like ecosystems, because if you have invasive critters, then you're going to create a new predator, or, you know, you're going to have something that will then probably want to come eat it. So that'll be something I think that we'll be looking for in the future too. And that could also change our plants too, right? Because, you know, if the ladybugs, I hope, you know, there's not too many predators for ladybugs, but if the ladybugs are eating the aphids and then you have an invasive species that loves ladybugs, then, you know, what happens to the plants that it's protecting. So
you're going to have an overpopulation of aphids then, right? Yeah. But we can get some green lace wings and
We can
praying
get some of those.
mantis.
Yep. Mhm. And peace to hi. I keep saying peace to everyone coming in, but we got so many people chiming in.
All right then.
And I have to be honest with you, there's one person that I've been talking about invasive species for these past few months, Sahat. Every time I talk to Sahat, Sahat be like, I can be like, it's my birthday today. Did you know about these invasive species that I just saw? And I'm just like, good, help me, please. So yeah, Sahat, we talking about invasive species and all these things that are in these critters popping up. So you came in right on time. That's all I have to say.
I love the divine timing. Have you talked about what you and I spoke about with how we affect our environment and that invasive species, the invasive energy is a reflection of our invasiveness?
Oh yeah, I think Asia kind of talked about it in a specific way, just in her own way, as far as all the traveling, how things are changing, the future generations to come. At the end of the day, it's just a reflection of society as well, right? Like we can get mad at the bugs all day, but like, how did them big old cracked out ants get here in the first place, right? What's going on with our practices and things that we're doing? And this first thing that popped into my mind, Asian, when you said, and the ladybugs is going to have a predator that nobody's going to eat. And that happens all the time. I know out here for sure. And I have a friend that actually works with the environmental department, and the stuff they do to get rid of invasive species. Oh, it is horrible. The spraying that they do, the introduction of other species that end up not doing anything. And it's just something that they've been doing time and time again. But yeah, all that monocropping too, right? So
And Angelita mentioned that if you're going to buy ladybugs to put in your gardens, make sure you buy them locally, because they ordered some online and they all arrived dead. So, if you're going to be ordering some beneficial plants for your gardens, try to get them at your local nurseries. And, although the mail orders are convenient, sometimes they aren't effective.
they might have invasive stuff on them too.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I mean, if we're, in our own environments and we're trying to make sure that our native populations survive as far as like plants and, insects and animals, it does make sense to look at your local resources first, because like for instance in Hawaii, they had and they still do have a population of rats, and they bought in the mongoose to catch the rats, but the mongoose,
no predator for the mongoose.
Daytime, yeah, the mongoose are out at the daytime, but the rats are out at the nighttime. So it still didn't work. Now you got mongoose on the island for no reason, really.
Same thing in Jamaica, Asia.
Yeah.
Well, they missed that one little fact there, night and day. Wow. Call me, I'll be sure. Y'all get it? Some people do. Help.
I'll be in his face.
Oh my goodness, all these things.
They mentioned that we mentioned before about the praying mantis, and praying mantis also eat grasshoppers. So I want y'all to know, if you have problems with grasshoppers, we usually have these like in early fall in Texas. And I use flour, just regular flour, and you can put it over the plants, and something about that paralyzes the grasshopper's mouth, and they can't chomp on they were eating up my mustard greens. They can't eat those anymore. Or sometimes you can do, like vinegar in a spray, but you don't want to make the plant too acidic, because then you mess up your plants. But the flour was really effective. The only problem with that is that you have to, reapply after every rain, or if you have a lot of dew in the morning, you have to go reapply. But it was effective for killing those grasshoppers and keeping them away from the plants for a while.
And one thing that I've been doing lately that I've noticed is just summoning the beneficial insects. So certain types of plants that you can grow, like as companion plants, attract them. One of the ones that have been amazing, y'all, is dill. What you see in this picture is dill. The dill has been attracting everything from predatory wasps, the ladybugs, as our winter veggies, like our mustards, go to seed and the aphids start coming. The ladybugs are just feasting. I mean, we have so many ladybugs. I can probably start a ladybug farm at this point. Like it's crazy and it's beautiful. And then as I started looking closer, if you look at that last photo, it's a green garden spider and it's real small, but it blends right in with the flowers. And just the nets help attract catch flies and things like that. But black soldier fly, the dill summons, it's like a summoning jutsu, like literally it attracts all kinds of goodness. And they really love to hang out on the dill flowers. So I just started growing dill almost everywhere, and yarrow, different types of flowers, and researching more flowers that would, or just plants that do summon the good critters. Yes, my daughter was just saying that today. She's like, "You forgot about the dragonflies. What about the dragonflies?" Yeah, dragonflies are amazing.
What do the dragonflies eat?
Mosquitoes,
Oh,
probably some mope things too.
I was about to say we got some frogs that tear up some mosquitoes. So,
Mm-hmm. Especially after it rains, which is when the mosquitoes start peaking and then the frogs come out. See that?
so I want to ask anybody if they have any ideas. I have caterpillars in my fruit trees and my plum trees. And the caterpillars, they chomp on your leaves, they make their cocoon, but when they come out, the butterflies, are very helpful in the garden. So you don't want to kill the caterpillars, but how do you keep it from chomping on the leaves until they become butterflies?
The Hungry Hungry Caterpillar reminds me of that book.
Mhm.
I don't know if that's gonna help you. I'm sorry. Now I'm
It's a
thinking of the
cute book, but I
now I'm
don't think
thinking of the
so.
giving tree, the poor tree
Yeah,
about to give till it's
exactly.
gone. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Yeah. It's just about balance. Someone would tell me just grow a little bit for them and then grow a little bit for everyone. But if there's one big tree, then it's just kind of like, okay, what
Hmm.
we gonna do? What I would say is maybe grow something in addition to around the plum trees where they can have additional habitat.
Where the caterpillars can chomp on until they go into cocoon.
Yeah, because maybe
Okay.
they're doing that because it's like, hey, this is the main spot for us. So if you grow other
Hmm.
stuff that they want to cocoon in and have a habitat in, maybe that can help, spread the housing development.
Well,
You
once
know,
they're in the cocoon, they're not a problem because they die and they come back as a whole new butterfly out of
I
the
would see their
cocoon.
favorite foods. What are their other favorite foods? So it's like you got chicken nuggets over here, but oh, we about to go ahead and get some filet mignon over here. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. We got to get into the mind of these critters. You feel me? We got to get into the mind of them. Yeah.
That's it.
Are you talking about the trees in Texas, Lenita?
Yes.
Okay, I remember that. It was over by like where the sheep were.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I can see you growing some different stuff over there to see what they like. Outside
Hmm.
of those giant, what are they called? You have those giant milk thistles. Woo.
Oh yes, giant milk thistles, and I think there's something that already killed all my poke salad off. So I'm not getting the poke salad this year, but the milk thistles are super huge.
That's another thing that I just thought about. A lot of the larvae for the butterflies go right on the dill once again,
Hmm.
and they
Ah.
eat the dill. So once I'm looking at this dill, like the dill has solved so many problems. It attracts the good insects. It's food for the insects that would otherwise eat the crops that we're growing.
Hmm.
And then we got dill seed, and we have cucumbers coming up. So guess what? We about to make some pickles,
Hmm.
even though I hate pickles, but still it's exciting. It's a food science lesson.
Snakes. Well, I know that also too on your leaves on your plants when other predators start eating them, you can use DE. DE is effective against many of the predator insects, and you can get food grade DE, and it is safe to put on your plants. Um, and I really love using DE, when I have it, when it's available. It's also good against flies. So if you actually can get it on the flies or leave like a pile of it where the flies get, it totally dehydrates the animals, the bugs. So it's a good thing. And I put it on my dogs. I put it in the dog foods to keep the ants out of the dog's food. So DE is a wonder, but I haven't tried it for snakes. We have a lot of snakes this year. Seven dust is good, just regular garden snakes or rat snakes. And the garden snakes are the ones that are really chomping on your plants. But we got copperheads and the normal garden snakes out there again this year, the rat snakes. But yeah, seven dust will keep back some of the snakes. We ain't gonna promise all of them.
And we're mentioning snakes because snakes have been popping up everywhere lately.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else seen snakes? We have rat snakes here. They share the burrows with the gopher tortoises.
Thank you, Asia, for typing that out.
Mm-hmm.
I always assume everybody knows what that is, but in case y'all didn't know, Asia typed it out in the chat. Is diatomaceous earth, which I could never spell.
I was like, we need to type that in there, but then I was like, I can't spell it. And then I got caught up in snakes. Thank you, Asia, coming through. Diatomaceous earth.
Who spelled it out? Because I spelled it wrong. Definitely.
That looks good to me.
Oh, yes, it's right there, but the way I put it in, oh, boo. So there you go. But yeah, snakes. Oh yeah, Angelita says snakes all around me, but they're the good ones. And Sahat has seen garden snakes and corn snakes.
That makes me think of Preem. Snakes all around me. Get the dollar bill. Yeah, okay, let me stop.
Which are the good snakes? What do good snakes do?
The good ones. What are the good ones?
Gill pest.
Oh, okay.
Probably not like out here in Florida, we have the cottonmouth. Oh yeah.
That's poisonous.
Very much so. And those you got to look out for those when you're out on the lake. Everyone talks about the alligators, which I'm looking out for those too, but the snakes, the cottonmouths, you got to be careful.
In Mississippi, they had water moccasins.
No. Correction. Water moccasins. Thank you.
Yeah.
Cottonmouths, but also water moccasins. Those are the ones.
Yes. My cousin told me that water moccasins, you can tell they're around because their breath smells like watermelon. Who smells the breath of a snake?
The person who got bit in the face, and that's what they get for trying to smell the freaking face.
I'm not trying to smell a snake's breath.
That sounds like the crocodile hunter. Let me see. Oh yes, wait. No, is it watermelon? Oh, my eye. Next thing you know, we're gonna be like poor Clarissa's back, but on my face. Pass me the Benadryl. I ain't got time for the herbs right now. Pass me the Benadryl. Oh my goodness.
Oh, indigo black snake sounds pretty. They have to try to find one of those.
Oh yeah, they're pretty. My dad used to say, my dad's crazy. He was like, oh, when you get bit by it's like a puppy dog bite. He's crazy. He was one of them crazy ones. I was not trying to get bit by one, but yeah. Oh my gosh. And it says water moccasins are very aggressive. They will jump onto your boat and chase you. Craziness.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah,
and then and also what one of my neighbors told me was the baby ones are the most dangerous because they don't know when to stop pumping venom. So
same as rattlesnakes.
Fabulous.
They pump more venom in because they don't know.
We just little babies. Great.
No, Sahat, we not giving dog kisses to snakes, not on purpose.
Sanjay talking about yeah, on my shoot. Just a disclaimer, Herbal Sound is not telling you to rub any herbal salve on. If you got bit by a snake and you don't know what it is, you better go to the emergency. Okay, shoot.
Well, also
Unless
just
you're Lanita.
FYI,
Unless you're Lanita.
I was
Don't
just gonna
circle around it if you Anita.
FYI, I just got bit by a copperhead about 2 weeks ago, and I drew a circle around it to see how much it would swell up, and it did not swell at all. So, which it was a quick bite because I stepped on the snake and it just jumped up and tagged me and it ran the other way, and I ran the other way. But it did not get enough venom in me to hurt. But upon research, I found that over half the snake bites in the poisonous snake bites in the U.S. are copperheads, and they are rarely fatal. Doesn't say not ever, but they are rarely fatal. So just FYI, if you're out there and you get bit by a copperhead, just chill out, draw a circle around it, you're good.
Hey, I'm not as brave as you because I'm, okay, I'm gonna drive all the way to the emergency.
That's a wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lanita's a wild one. Don't forget what Lanita is sipping on right now. Everyone's sipping on one herb tonight. Even Larry's sipping on water. Okay. What's Lanita sipping on? All this mixture of wild child. That thing probably has some mushrooms in it. Let me find out.
Copperhead venom.
See, so I knew Sahat would be down for it. You're probably immune now. Tell us you got superpowers without telling us. All right. Circle, circle, dot, dot. Now I have my cootie shot. Shoot, I'm going to the ER. I'm with Shalita, okay? Oh. All right, I'm gonna go to the next slide because this is really good stuff. We're talking about snake bites and all kinds of cool stuff. Not necessarily cool, but you know, in addition to the snake bites. But what about we talked a little bit about pest prevention, and pests come in many different forms and ways, right? We got our babies, some of us got our look at the paw right there. And I know you have to be very careful when it comes to animals, especially when we're dealing with cats and dogs and, you know, versus humans. But I have two Spice sisters who have dogs and they know a lot of stuff when it comes to caring for the dogs. But Nita, you and I were just talking about this before we got on the call. A couple things for pests for dogs. Did you want to share anything with that about that?
Yeah. So if you have a lot of fleas, you can bathe your dog in Castile soap with lemon essential oil. And the lemon essential oil and the Castile soap, when you put the dog in the bath, you'll automatically see the fleas start coming off. Another thing, I was in Senegal and I had puppies that had these bot flies and they had lots of fleas. So I boiled neem leaves and put them in the neem water and used the Castile lemon soap. And then afterwards, with the bot flies, it's a worm that's in the body of the dog. And they swallow like the larvae, and then the worm works its way out of its skin, and then it leaves a big nasty hole. You can put DE on that. And also if your animal has fly bites, because the flies keep biting when they see, you know, a wounded area. So you put DE on that, or you can put like calendula oil. The oil helps the sore to heal, but it also keeps the flies off of it while it's healing. So DE will help with the bot flies. It dries them up, those worms that come out the skin. So just a couple of little things that you can do, you know, to protect your pets.
So just to clarify, when you said calendula oil, you mean like calendula flowers infused in like maybe like a carrier oil, like olive oil or
Yes.
something? Okay.
Yes.
And then I'm assuming, I know with cats, listen, I'm not the expert when it comes to applications of essential oils in cats. I know it can be very dangerous.
Yes.
I have not done that, but with the dogs and the lemon essential oil, like how much would
Yeah.
you put in a bath just to be on the safe side?
I
Yeah.
do it just like I normally do, when you're using Dawn soap, because Dawn dish soap will also kill fleas,
Mhm.
but it wouldn't get all the other stuff off of them.
Okay.
But I just squirt a line down their back and then just massage it in.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I don't really measure it out because it's a liquid soap, and it's easier with the dog because they don't want to be in there too much anyway. So you already have them wet. You dip them in the neem tea kind of, and then you squirt that soap down their back and rub it in all around, and you have some nice clean doggies after that.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. So these are some things that we've spoken about a little bit already. Diatomaceous earth, calendula. We got some carrier oils, and just not even just carrier oils. Coconut oil has its own, and different oils have their own properties of pulling and healing and helping out. Cinnamon, which is what I'm sipping on right now. It looks like that's some cayenne pepper. I guess we can sprinkle that around for like ants and anything. And we don't have to have the essential oil. We can powder the cinnamon, get some of them culinary spices and throw it out, and like do what Asia said, mix it with essential oils. They like to eat, bait them. So.
And if you have pets that get into your garden, your crop, or they like to climb up in the garden bed, cayenne pepper will keep them out of it. One snort of that up their nose, and they're like, "All right, yeah, I ain't want that anyway." So cayenne pepper is really good for that.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. And that coconut oil I would use for like antifungal stuff on dogs.
Yeah, and the neem oil is good if you're in a place that's really humid and your plants get fungus on the leaves. You can use the neem oil spray, and that kills the fungus on your plants too.
And then also something to think about too. I like what Sahat said, hire some pest hunters by creating an environment for the beneficials like dragonflies for mosquitoes or some chickens for ticks. So we're talking about growing a variety and diversifying what we grow and just habitats for these different things. Like I think Kai said she saw some fat bees, providing habitats for those fat bees. And then also thinking of your soil health, a lot of times you got healthier plants, they're going to be protected versus weaker plants are going to summon those predators that are going to come in and take advantage of them. So it could be systemic or get to the root of what's going on and just, have diversity in your garden, making sure everything's good all the way to the root.
Martina, you talk about soldier flies or the soldier fly larvae. We know that those are good for your chickens, but how can you grow your soldier flies and not endanger your plants?
Well, to be honest with you, I haven't had an issue with the soldier flies eating the
Okay.
They eat just whatever. They eat waste, and they've been pollinating the dill flowers. They like to, it looks like they're just sucking on the nectar. Yeah, and they're great. They're great for the compost, like Asia just said. Their larvae are amazing. So they're just little alchemists. But we haven't had any issue. And you know what? They go about their business. They will be all in the compost bin. They will, I just recently saw them on the dill. I usually don't see them on the plants. And then they just go off into the forest. They go off on their own. They're not like other types of flies that like horse flies or just regular flies that are always coming around in a nuisance. But yeah, there's some G flies. I like them. And they're actually kind of cute.
Okay.
And they're not picky like some things, like when you use like the worms for composting, you can do all kinds of stuff. If they eat that school lunch, they can eat anything. Okay. Listen, shoot.
Yeah.
Poor little Billy's going to the bathroom every day during the same time. And I'm like, Billy, did you have that school lunch again? He ate the chocolate milk in the vanilla milk. I mean, in the strawberry milk. I'm like, oh, boy. But black soldier fly can handle it like a G. Yep.
And I will tell you, like, it was a few years ago, but we went to this elementary school, and the people there, they were demonstrating, like, they took everything from the school lunches, everything that the kids were throwing away, like as far as food. So hamburgers, pizza, lettuce, tomatoes, everything, and made huge compost piles, and those soldier flies were helping to break that down. But I mean, it takes, of course, a lot of wood chips. You have to have everything in balance. But I mean, they were helping, amongst other things, of course, to break it down to compost, a nice, rich compost.
Mhm. And you can also put it on animal waste. So sprinkle the larvae around on the waste and it reduces the smell. We were planning on doing that with the hog pens because I had some students who do hog showmanship, but they decided not to keep them on the premises, which I was okay with that. And they had kept them at their own homes this year they kept them themselves. So I was like, you know what? Another way to keep down the parasites, and there's different ways you can work with the animals, but waste management all around.
There are some flowers that I know you can plant that are good to deter the pests from eating your garden. Now, I know you've been telling us about dill, but isn't it marigold one of those flowers?
Oh yeah, marigolds are great.
And what about stuff in the lemon family, like lemon balm, lemongrass? Do those help with distract the bugs?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Mint.
Aromatic, that's high in essential oils.
That's it.
In nasturtium. I always think of Asia when I think of nasturtiums.
Yes, for sure.
Shalita says mint and thyme are good for rabbits. Good for rabbits to do what to them?
Maybe deter them.
Yeah. Oh, to keep rabbits out your garden. Oh, okay. That's good to know.
That's really good to know because we got a ton of rabbits or hares, some type of field hare just popping up. And we always catch it when we head outside. Like, there it goes. Oh, the bunny rabbit's so cute. Next thing you know, what's that child story?
Burr rabbit.
Burr rabbit. But then there was one McGregor's something like that. Benjamin Bunny, something like that. It was always sad because one of them got killed by the farmer. I think I'll do what Shalita said and grow some mint and thyme for them.
I didn't kill them, but they were eating up my sweet potato slips, so I got a BB gun. Yeah. So once you put a little BB in their hiney, they just get on hopping out of there.
Oh, that's a good deterrent.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get a paint gun. I'm gonna get what is it called? A paint gun. So then come back, I can see that's the one that was back here yesterday. He got that blue spot on his booty. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, did you? Oh, you did say grinding up the cinnamon in the house, because I remember, like in California. I mean, California is one of those places, the part that I was in, where everything just grew, and so aphids, they loved it too. So I would blow cinnamon on my plants as well too. So it was nice. It would help. But like Lanita said earlier, after you like sprinkle the DE or whatever, or blow the cinnamon, after it rains, and you got to do it all over again. So yes, a cat will definitely keep rabbits out, and maybe snakes too. Like kind of go back and forth, and rats and mice and all that.
Oh yeah, I don't have any snake or rat problems at home since I have my little kitties out there. That's definitely a benefit. Because the neighbors will talk about the snakes under their deck and the other neighbors talking about a rat. I have not seen any of those things.
See, Martina is leaving out one little detail. So if you got little Fluffy that stay in your house all the time, sleeping on the couch, and you just let them out every now and then, they ain't fixing to get no rabbits and snakes. She got a couple of them wild things, and that's why they make
We
sure.
keep it thugged out over here,
Yeah.
okay? We ain't doing all that. Now look, there's levels to it. There's levels to it. They both know me. They're trying to get me to get a dog all these years, trying to entice my children. And oh, can we go see the dogs? No, we're not doing that. But yeah. Yeah. I got
Yeah, you feed some feral cats around your house. They gonna keep away all of them critters.
as
For
long as you
sure.
keep them fed.
But Martina, that last slide could be you with the dog paw and the coconut in your
That's
hand.
absolutely not me. And just I'm gonna go back to it. We're gonna show people. So first off, if we look under the microscope a little bit, look at those hands. You see those nails? Those are absolutely Asia's nails, okay? Those are not my hands. That's Lady Lavender's hands, and it will never be my hands. It will never be Boogie Mama Okra's hands on that dog paw. Maybe in a different lifetime. But not with that towel. You see that towel? That gives it away. That's somebody who's taking it to a different level. We love you, Asia.
And there's bee pollen in the food too, by the way.
Oh, by the way, that's their dog food, okay?
Yes, right.
I love them for this. I absolutely love them for this. And now I might be on a whole adventure with making my cat food, which I believe in that because they don't want that processed stuff anyways, right? But look at that picture in the upper right hand corner. This is Asia's dog food. Her dog food looks so good.
Yes.
When I go to visit her, I eat the dog food on this place.
Look,
Might
I
as
was
well.
about to do it too. Say, oh, is this for us? No, that's for the dogs. What?
Lanita sure did say that.
And
But yeah.
Clarissa says that the chickens keep rabbits away too. Yeah, them chickens are crazy. You get some of them big old chickens, they'll keep things away too.
But
Oh,
yeah,
thank you, Clarissa. Because I
Did you put
have
chickens?
some roosters that I want to get rid of. So I'm going to put them
Mm.
roosters outside and let them sit around them potato slips and keep the rabbits out. Thank
Tell them guinea
you.
fowls to do too. Put guinea fowl. You ever heard of guinea fowls?
Guinea fowl?
Guinea
They are
fowl.
knuckleheads.
They're like chickens, but they kill rats and everything.
I
Oh,
love guinea fowls. I love the noise that they
They're just
make.
loud.
they loud?
Yes,
Yeah.
they are very loud.
Mm.
And I've had so many of them. And let me tell you, first of all, they have to roost in the trees, and it's hard to keep them. But even when you keep them around, they not that. I had 3 standing in the road. One got hit by a car. The other two stood out there and held a funeral memorial until they got hit too. So guinea fowls are not your smartest birds.
No, they're not. But they kill everything.
but hey, it goes at the base of all of this. If you have, animals that you are stewarding, and they're in your care, if you are making sure that you're keeping them healthy, all of them,
Yeah.
that helps to cut down on your pests too.
Yeah. And the one thing that the guineas are really good at is I had them jumping up grasshoppers that used to scare people. You step on the grass and all these grasshoppers will fly up. Guineas will keep all of your bugs down. Well, chickens will do too, but the guineas are much better at keeping them big critters down.
Well, I think that's more of my alley then. I'm gonna get me some guinea hen.
Mm-hmm.
You guys can go ahead and get the paws. I'm gonna get the claws.
You said they eat what?
Like 60 ticks per minute.
They eat
60
Yep.
they eat 60 ticks
ticks and flies.
and flies per minute.
Yep.
They have some
Yep.
busy mouths.
They some busy birds.
Mhm.
Super busy.
Yeah. And they call them, and in our neck of the woods, they call them the burglar alarms. Because anytime somebody come up, they make a lot of noise. They let you know.
I love that. Okay, guinea hen weeds for the win, y'all. Right. A lot of interesting things, from cats chasing away hogs, guinea hens, eating 100 million ticks per 30 seconds. Like, I'm about to go ahead and get my stopwatch out when I get my guinea hens, but listen, okay? invasive species, beetles, and crazy venomous ants, and this whole situation being a reflection of society and us having to go deep within. What else? This has been so far a really, really good build. I mean, we touched on a lot of different things. A lot. Lot.
Oh, last thing, we were talking about bees. Up here, I told you I'm in Virginia now, and their bees don't look like my bees. Their bees are not quite as big. They're not like the big yellow jackets, or they're not like the other big bees. Their bees are a little bit smaller, and they have like an orange ring around them, or kind of gold orange ring around them. But the caterpillars are still the same, the big black hairy ones. So I was wondering if different bees do different things.
Oh yeah. Bees do different things. You got like carpenter bees, you got bees that are more solitary, that live on their own, versus the bees that we think about like in the hive and have like those high social networks. Um, Man, I know out here, what I always tell people, look at your native bees. Learn about your local native bees. And it's interesting that you noticed it right away, Lanita. You're in a different environment and you're noticing different bees because you're in a different region. Like some of the native bees that we have here, they're amazing. And the bees are non-native and they compete. You know how a lot of times in like agricultural fields, they'll get the honeybees to pollinate, but they compete with the native bees. So it's important for us to know our native plants so that we can, once again, we can summon our native bees and support them so they don't become extinct and die out. And it's just really good for the whole ecosystem overall and keeps in balance.
So do carpenter bees build stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that might make sense because I'm in a forest preserve. It's all woods out here, all different kinds of, they grow trees for harvesting. So maybe these are carpenter bees.
They could be. They could be. They have a bunch of different bees. They have this green one. I always forget the name of it. Um, but it is a very interesting bee. It's all green and metallic.
Oh, I had those when I brought in the Senna alata and the Senna occidentalis. For
Yep.
any of y'all, if y'all bring in plants from different areas, it was so amazing to see all the beautiful different wasps and bees that they brought in. I brought plants from Senegal and planted them in Texas, and we got wasp and bees colors and shapes that I've never seen before.
Nice. And I just love this, like, man, forget National Geographic. Or what's that other thing called? Something Earth. Look at the chat. You got bees that travel a few miles and others like honeybees, which will travel even further and get aggressive with native bee species. Next up, there are carnivorous bees too. Kai throws in it. It looks like a beetle. And then here we have another fact. Most bees are solitary. The only social bees are honeybees and bumblebees. Well, okay. Coming from the facts, family. See, this is why we call it the herbal village. I love you guys. Oh my gosh, just keep it coming, y'all. We are learning so much together. And that little face, I'm just like amazed because I love it to learn new things. See? Cool. Mm-mm-mm. All right, guys. Oops. So before we scroll in and start transitioning out, are there any other things that come to mind that we want to talk about? Like what Asia just said, I think we like bees. I think we do too. Too. Okay. All right. Beautiful. All right. So as we transition, I want to open up first to see if anybody has any events going on. Does anyone have any events going on around their neck of the woods or forest? What's going on? Feel free to share it. Share it in the chat. Let us know about it. We want to support local events. You got a website, you got a business, You got a social media handle you want to share? You got a YouTube channel, Instagram, Facebook? Go ahead and throw your stuff in the chat. We will definitely follow. Just follow us on YouTube at Herbalist Lounge if you don't already. What do we have on the Herbalist Lounge YouTube channel? All kinds of beautiful stuff. First off, we post every Herbalist Lounge. It's recorded and put up on YouTube, so you can go back and hit rewind and listen to all this goodness. You can share it with your friends. Share it with someone that you feel may enjoy it. Okay. Yep. As you can see, we also have videos such as Foraging for Medicine, Cocklebur, brought to you by your spice sister, Lanita. Look at her. She looks so happy in that photo. I love it. Hey, Lanita. Look at that.
That's it. I love cutting down some cocklebur.
And you wonder what Cocklebur is. Well, I'm not even gonna tell you. You better go to our YouTube channel and check it out for yourself. All right. Next up, if you haven't already subscribed to our mail list, we will go ahead and throw it in the chat so that you can subscribe to the Herbalist Lounge, and we'll send you some herbal goodness and let you know about upcoming events. But most importantly, we will let you know and give you a heads up when the Herbalist Lounge is coming up, because you know how it goes. Sometimes we do share it on Instagram, we share it on Facebook, and it's always going to be what? The second Monday of the month, y'all. Second Monday of the month for the past 11 years. This is what we do, okay? So if you want a friendly reminder in your inbox, go ahead and subscribe. And thank you, Asia, for throwing that inside the chat so you can just easily, conveniently click on it to subscribe. And wow, there's something missing from here, but I'm going to go ahead and talk to you about it anyways before we wrap up. Lanita, Asia, our Thinkific website where we have our Kitchen Herbalist workshop where people can go ahead and purchase that. Do you guys want to talk about that? One of you guys want to tell them a little bit about it, and then we can still get the website up there for them to check it out?
Anita, I'm gonna let you take it, and then I'm gonna drop the link in the chat.
Got you. Okay, we did this great class about kitchen medicine, and we are, each of us took turns showing different spices or different things out of the kitchen that you can use to make medicine, and then we actually made the medicines. So we had, tinctures, broths, popsicles, ointments. So everything that you can make, it can give you a lot of ideas of things that you can use just from your kitchen to, make medicinals. So please check it out, and you will be pleasantly surprised.
Yep. And
okay,
I'm gonna put that link in the chat, so check it out or share it with someone that you feel like may be interested. All right, guys. I just want to say this has been an amazing, dope, bugged out, everything in between builds. I so enjoyed it. I learned so much this evening. As always, I'm inspired. So thank you for all the good conversations and all the good vibes. And I just finished up my last sip of the cinnamon tea. So thank you, peace, love, and all that good stuff. I'm gonna pass the mic over to my herb sis and let them finish off.
All right, peace, power, and green blessings. And as we continue on through this fire horse season, don't forget, manifest, manifest, manifest. Peace.
That's it. Same for me too. Peace, power, and green blessings.
Peace, everyone.